All right. What's up? What's up? B6 video. And the question, the big question, by the way, this is driving on ice. So it's been slow going. We're slow going because all the freeways have wrecks and it's taking me way longer to get to where I usually go every morning. That would be to work out. So anyways, I'm making this video because we're driving quite a bit slower. I got time. All right, B6, here we go. The question is this: how do I keep going through all of my fears? I'll give you an example. Let's just say I had all the confidence in the world and I was a stud trader and I'm used to just crushing it. Let's just say I've been making like 45% every single week on my trades and just crushing it. Or I've been making, 20% a month, and all of a sudden I take a hit, and not a hit, but let's just say I lose half of what I have. It's hard, it's rough, it hurts. And so how do I move through failures and fears? All right, hold on one second. I had to set the camera down. Some people were sliding around here. In fact, we're sliding a little bit right now. All right, here we go. Anyways, back through, how do I get through my fears? All right, I'll give you a couple different examples. All right, how do you survive a divorce? There's an example. Okay, in my world, the only thing that mattered to me was having a successful marriage, and successful marriage to me was, happy family, happy kids, happy wife, happy me, happy a marriage where you're just with your best friend, right? And when that's everything you've worked for and it doesn't work out the way you want, and I'm not going to get into details, okay? But let's just say that was my biggest thing in my entire world, my life, my dreams, my goals, my why, and to have failed at it, oh my goodness, you get depressed. Or I got depressed. I got so depressed I just didn't want to even live. And these are just facts. I didn't want to live, and I was in this dark hole for a few years. That's one example, okay? Another example, as we've built this business, one of the things we went through is a bunch of lawsuits from the SEC. All right, that is stressful. So stressful that my previous partners I had ran for the freaking hills. Literally, they ran. Hey, Darren, can you cover this? I've already got violations and I'll go to jail. Well, freak, I didn't know that. Second, why do you run when things get hard? All right? When things get hard, like if you believe you've been doing things right and you have been doing it right, why run? Why not stick it out, right? Okay, that's a second example. Let's go with those two examples for right now. How do you get, on the third example is, let's just say I had $10,000, okay? And like I said, I've been having success for a year at trading. Trading success to me means I've been making between 10 and 20% a month, like maybe 30%, sometimes even 80%. And all of a sudden, after a year of all the success, I take a hit and lose 60%. So my 10,000 is now 4,000. How do I get through that? Now, all three of these things have happened to me. All three. And how does Darren O'Lion, how do I get through massive failures that create this fear? And more than anything, it's not a fear, it's a self-doubt. Like all of a sudden, I've lost the faith in myself or the faith in whatever I'm doing it for. I've lost it. And now I'm just sitting here depressed, sad, not believing in the vision or dream anymore. Well, number one, always comes back to my why. What am I doing and why am I doing it? Always comes back to that. Now there's a video on that, so I'll let you go back and refer to that. But my why has got to be so strong. It has to be so strong that it can drive me through the darkest days of my life, through the darkest holes, through the darkest depths of despair. and depression and blackness and sadness and tears. I say this because I've been through it. I have been through it. I have been through dark days where I didn't think it was possible to have a family, a marriage. That's my number one thing in life. And I'm back. I am married to my best friend. It is the best thing in my entire existence. For me. My why. I once made a deal. That's another video. I could quickly say it, but I was in such a dark hole that I made a deal with God once, just saying, hey, literally, I'd give it all up to be married to my best friend and to have that happy marriage. Meaning, it's not easy, I'll tell you that. And there's no such thing as no problems. But there is such thing in my life as being married to my best friend and having that relationship. It's freaking amazing. But anyways, back to how do I get through the dark days of despair? Well, number one, I always go back to my why. Always. Okay? Always go back to the why. Number two, what are my habits of success? What am I doing to continually repeat the process of success, habits of success, action of success? You cannot control the outcome, but you can control your actions. So what, I made a video on this already, and if I didn't, I'll make one right after this. But what are my habits of success? What am I doing every day to guarantee that I will have success? I go back to those. So number one, I go back and drill into myself my why, even when I'm not feeling it, even when I'm feeling pain, depression, sadness, hurt, abandonment, loneliness. When I feel that, I still go back to my why and I repeat it to myself, my affirmations, and then I get in the grind and I get into my habits of success. I grind. I get to it. I make it happen. Why? Because everyone goes through ups and downs, and in those downs, what am I doing? What am I doing to get out of that funk, that pit, that hurt, that pain? My why. Number two, my habits of success. Number three, now this is a funny one. You gotta have that momentum of positivity. You gotta have that taste of success. You gotta be reminded, all right? So what do? I sometimes go back to the very basics. Number one, I set my alarm for a time and I wake up at that time. I don't hit snooze. I don't delay. I wake up exactly when I set that alarm. Now, why do I do that? Because my body, my soul, my heart, my spirit has got to feel success. I have to remind my soul, my person, my being, that success is this. It's doing what I say. It's not lying to myself. Hence, when I set that alarm and I wake up, it's the first taste of success. Next thing I do, I make my bed. I make my bed. Why? Because it's a habit of success. It's a habit of winning. So I wake up at my alarm, I make my bed. I can see it, I can feel it. I can see that it looks good, it's made. Number three, I drop to my knees and I pray to my God and I say thank you. I say thank you for 5 minutes straight for every single thing that pops in my head. I say thank you. Thank you, God, for breath, for life, for this bed, for being alive, for not having a broken arm, for having a clear mind. I just thank God for 5 minutes straight of as many things as I possibly can, and I do it as fast as possible, and I just do it. So now, by the time I get up and move, I've now done 3 things. I've woken up on my alarm, I've made my bed, and I've thanked my God 5 minutes straight, immediately, before even doing anything else. Why? Because I got to get that habit, that momentum back. I got to feel that success, and I got to feel it in my heart. I got to feel it in my soul. I got to feel it in my spirit, and I got to be reminded. So, I know this sounds so basic. I know it sounds so dumb. I know it sounds so easy. But when I start to have those feelings of depression, and I go back to my why, I go back to my habits of success, and I do it immediately, over and over and over. What if it's the middle of the day? I still do the same thing. I'll drop to my knees somewhere, step in somewhere private, and I'll say my prayers and thank God. And I won't ask for a single thing. I'll just thank. Why? I got to get back to the habits of success. I got to get back to that energy. I got to get back to that positivity. I got to get back to it. Now, I think I've already made another video of habits of success. And if I haven't, I can make that. But that's how I get through the hard days, the dark days, the grind. Got to get back to feeling that taste of happiness. Oh, I forgot my 4th one. And this is like something I do. See, I don't even write these things down because I just do it. 4th thing, I go and serve someone immediately. I serve someone. I help someone out. I call someone up, let them know I love them. Or I just say thank you. Or I just do service. Literally. Hey, you need a meal? I'll just buy you a meal right now. That's the 4th thing I do. I totally forgot, but I do it all the time. Even when I'm feeling grumpy and when I'm feeling like, frick, man, nothing's going my way. Boom. That means I need to serve someone now. And I do it immediately. I don't even think. I don't even pause. I don't hesitate. I just do it immediately. All right? Boom. Sorry. I got to take a phone call. I'm late to my phone call. But I wanted to make this quick video for you because these are the things I do to get out of that funk, to get over that hump of failure, to get out of that depression, that darkness. All right? Get to those habits of success. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.